Hello, everybody. Welcome to my Psychic Connection. I am Squirrel, and I'm going to be your host for this hour's show, Whispers of the Forest. It's so good to see everybody. Everybody saying Happy New Year. Happy New Year to y'all, too. We've got a great hour lined up. We got lots of questions already rolling in. If you don't know how to do the question or get yourself on the list already, all you have to do is ask a question in the comments and you'll be put on the list. Now, we do ask that you ask no general, no legal, or medical questions. Legal and medical are pretty obvious. We're not lawyers or doctors. It's always best to go to the people who've gone to school for that. And general, it's because so much can happen in such a short amount of time. And if you're coming here, you probably have something you really want to know about. And because so much else can be general, you may not get the answer that you're looking for as far as what you're looking for. So just, say, what's going to happen for me in love? What's going to happen to me here? How is my job going to go? Specific enough that we can focus on one thing, because it's very, very hard to focus when you've got that much information coming to you about that many things. So now our free readings are 2 minutes long, and as I said, just post in a question. And I just saw someone post in their sun sign. Thank you very much. Forgot to say, derp, that I do like the sun sign so that I can get a little bit more information about you. Now, your sun sign is not your only planet in your chart, and it's not even the absolute most important, but it's how we see each other today, how we identify, like, I'm a Leo, or he's a Cancer, or she's a Gemini. So it just does give me a little bit more information, and I'm so glad she said that. I wanted to talk a little bit. Mars retrograde. It's finally going out of retrograde today. I don't know the specific time. I had it earlier, but my head gets poof. I got this purge every now and then that I forget everything, including my name. But Mars will be coming out of retrograde. Now, it's going to do something. Today's the 12th. It's going to be doing something called stationing. So Mars will be stationed all the way up until the 18th. That's a pretty good long station. And what that is from space, or even from our perspective, it looks like Mars isn't moving at all. It's just sitting there. It's kind of like, I don't know what just happened, but it was horrible, and I am just going to sit here for a minute and recuperate. And I kind of like that, because it's going to give us some time to recuperate from everything that's been going on these past several weeks with everything, all the retrogrades, and then the Mars retrograde, and then the Mercury retrograde. You got to have a second to breathe. So use that time to really get your headspace back together. And don't be alarmed if you find that you're a little bit lethargic or tired, because we've all been through a whirlwind, and that staying still, when you get a chance to catch your breath after everything has gone so crazy, you do kind of get a little sleepy. Like I was talking the other day, how like when you have a headache, not even a bad headache, but a headache in the back of your head, and it's just constant, and finally it's gone, you get real sleepy. So be aware of that possibly happening as well. And one more thing before we start. I know she's like, shut up and read, Squirrel, but I gotta tell you this because I've had so many questions for it within the last 2 weeks. Retrograde. What exactly is it besides it looking like it's going backward? All that is energy that does not flow naturally. When it goes direct, it's flowing the way it's supposed to do. So it can flow unnaturally in several different ways. And I won't go into all the different ways it can flow naturally. But I would like to say the main question is, what if my such and such is retrograde? Like Mercury retrograde is retrograde right now. And my best friend, one of my best friends, his Mercury is retrograde. What that means is he has always had that unnatural flow. Unnatural does not mean bad. It doesn't mean good. It's just he's always had that difference than the direct. So when it goes retrograde, he's like, oh, I've risen to this challenge. I get it. I understand it. I don't have to do this. And he just sits back and laughs at all of us who are going through it. So I thought that was very important to answer because I've gotten that question a lot in the last few weeks. So I hope that helps. And if you have a retrograde planet, then you can sit back and laugh at the rest of us when it goes retrograde. So with that, do remember that if you want to skip to the top of the list to make sure you get a reading tonight, or if you'd like to go into deeper depth, which that was like redundant, that was a squirrelism. If you would like to go deeper into the reading, then you can do the 3-minute reading, the 5-minute reading, and tonight you can do the mini and the mega as well. And I'll be happy to dive in deeper or skip y'all to the head of the list. And the mega jumps ahead of everybody. So if it's looking like, oh gosh, they got a lot of questions, I want in there, you know how. And that donation link is in the chat boxes. So I'm going to stop being a chatterbox, and we're going to go on ahead with who do we have first. Question. The Celtic Dragon. Well, hello there. It's good to see you. See, he asks, any advice on how to learn and read the Elder Futhark runes, since I have Othala rune in my right palmistry? I'm going to ask you right away, are you right-handed? Excuse me, because it is the dominant hand, the submissive hand, for lack of a better word, is the path that you are supposed to be following, and your dominant hand is the path that you are following, because each decision, each choice we make does alter the lines. If you look at both your hands, you'll see that the lines can be significantly different. So if that's in your dominant hand, you're already on the right path. So let's take a look at what you can do to understand those Futhark runes better. And that's a pretty cool thing to have in your palm, in your lines. So let me see. All right. So the first thing I've got is that you just keep holding yourself back. You've got a lot of gifts, and I feel like they're all flying at you at the same time. You see all these wands, and in the upright position, she's like flying above the wands. She's like, I got this. But in the reverse, it's like there's so much information coming to you at once that you're trying to do it all at once. You need to focus on one thing and really, really learn that before you, instead of jumping all around and saying, well, oh, there's this and oh, there's that. Take your time and really learn something. You've got time to learn it all. Just stop jumping around. If that's what, well, no, I'm not even going to say if that's what you're doing. It's right here. Now, I hope that helped, honey. That's you've got a lot of potential, and it's in several different places. It's just you need to focus. You need to focus. All right. So, who do we have next? We're gonna take this to the next level. We have Audrey S. Hi, Audrey. She says, hi. Earlier I asked if my man's ex-wife, Cassandra, is back at her games and manipulations. Is there more I should prepare for? Thanks. She's the worst. She took a break because I called the cops on her, but I've been feeling the break is over. Game time again. So you've been feeling it. So that very well could be intuition. Let's take a look and see what I think you know I'm a Virgo. Yes, I know you're a Virgo. I love you. Love my Virgos. Like you're mine, right? Ooh. Oh. Okay. Yes. Um I got the Queen of Coins in reverse. And the Queen of Coins upright is very level-headed, has a lot of common sense, has a lot of consideration for other people. When she is in the reverse, it's almost like Taurus energy gone wrong. Because you know that she says, I know it's my intuition. Well, you got proof right here. So Taurus energy gone wrong, there's a full spectrum. It can be beautiful or it can be ass. And in this case, it's ass. She's like a freaking dog with a bone. Audrey says she's the opposite for sure. And you know how somebody, they just get it in their head that they know they're right and everything happened exactly the way she freaking saw it. And I'm right and you're wrong. And nothing you say or do can make them understand anything besides what they want. And it feels like she's like, that, just constantly coming at you. And when you called the police, I think that she's coming. All right. So I hope that helps. Your intuition is definitely dead on. And we get a lot of questions about intuition. We get a lot of questions like Celtic Dragon's question earlier, which was so beautiful. And I would like to point out in that question as well, and for Audrey as well, we really need to learn to trust. And I see that you're trusting it, Audrey. Those whispers that are in our head. When intuition first starts, it's really hard to tell the difference between intuition and imagination until you start trusting it. And you start trusting it by speaking it or writing it down so that you have records. Because if you're already second guessing it, if you haven't recorded it or made some note of it, when it comes to pass, you're like, well, do I remember that I thought that right? You have no proof, and you need proof for yourself. Trust me. So once you start trusting it, it gets louder and louder and louder, and you start seeing stuff everywhere. And me, I bust out laughing because it's like, yes, you're very obvious. Thank you. I love it. But once you get to that point, it's so easy. And the main thing is, no matter what method it is that you're learning to use your intuition, whether it's from the runes or in Audrey's case, that feeling, if you focus on learning that one thing, then it will come so much easier to you. Try not to scatter all the energy you have into 50 different things, because there's a lot out there and it's all shiny and new and you're like, ooh, I want to learn that, and ooh, I want to. Don't do that to yourself. One thing at a time. All right, you guys, share. I'd love to see some new people coming in that you brought in because you loved us, and send me some love hearts. I haven't been looking over there to see any love hearts, but we do love the love, as Destiny likes to say. I just stole that from her. Don't tell her. And make sure that you're just checking everything out and having a good time and putting those questions up. If you're just walking in, all you got to do is put your question in the chat box and we'll get you put in line. All right. We are coming from 8 different platforms that are able to post. So do be patient. If you don't see somebody else's question, it's because they're coming from a different platform. And remember, we're on over 160 platforms where you can hear us or watch us or just hang out with us. Okay, we love that. Hang out with y'all. So who do we have next? Kate. Kate. Hi, Kate. Kate D. That's my fan, y'all. She says, hi, Squirrel. Excuse me, I applied for 2 promotions and wasn't selected. A third positioning will be opening soon. Will I be selected if I apply for this position? I'm so sorry to hear that, Kate. Sagittarius Sun, Gemini Moon, and Scorpio Rising. Wow, wow, that's a heck of a mix. And thank you for all that information. So, Kate, really, really surprised that you didn't get either of the promotions, because I know you'd be a highly, highly intelligent and diligent woman. So, will you be seen for? Actually, I feel it is quite possible. I got the Page of Swords in reverse. And I know that everybody sees reversals and go, oh no, that's bad. But actually, this is really good, because what it shows me is, even though it will be a new position, it won't be something brand new to you. You'll be bringing a level of intelligence and knowledge to the table that is going to beat out a lot of the other people just trying to get a promotion. It's something that you're well suited to, and you're no beginner. I feel like there would be extra training involved for this new position, but you've got a head start on anybody else. I do feel that there is a good possibility that you could get it. This is a freedom, because it is the 8. No, actually, it's the 9 of Swords. I keep calling this the 8, and it's the 9. The 9 of Swords in reverse. This is a freedom from anxiety, a freedom from, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, what am I doing wrong? Why was I passed over for promotion? I think that the main reason you are passed over for the other 2 is you are much, much more suited to this one, even though there's still some training involved. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. I got a little bit confused there. It's so easy to confuse the squirrel. So, and then I've got the 9 of, no, the 7 of Wands in reverse. And I think that being passed over for the other promotions has put you on the defensive. So this will take you off that. That'll give you, see, like, he's like on the top right there, and he's defensive too. But in this case, I think your defenses will come down and you will feel better about yourself. Oh, please, please, please stop beating yourself up for not getting the other 2 promotions, because they. All right, Kate, we need updates on this. All right. So if y'all saw how Kate, she gave me her sun, moon, and ascendant. And that is the 3 power players in the chart. They're not everything, but they're the big dogs. And knowing that gives me so much information. And if you don't know that information, it's real easy to get it. You can come on to mypsychicconnection.com and just ask. And it'll only take me a minute to get it for you. And it will take time for me to put it all into perspective so that I could read a chart. Like I couldn't do it right away. We would have to make an appointment to do a chart, because I do have to observe it before I just go diving into it. And Kate says, thanks. I appreciate all that you do. I'm so happy to see you, Kate. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for being here. But yeah, if you guys ever want to know the sun, moon, and ascendant part, just give us a holler at My Psychic Connection. Pick the astrologer of your choice and ask them. It's a real easy thing to answer. All right. Who do we have next? Bueller. Bueller. Okay, so if you don't know already, if you feel like, oh, wait a minute, I don't know, I'm so confused. I think we have a 3-minute reading. We're a little bit short-handed, so we everybody please be patient with us. All right, Audrey. Audrey, thank you for your donation. Is okay, she's okay, so you want me to go in deeper about Cassandra. All right, and her manipulations. So let's do that. Now, I was seeing that Queen of Coins in reverse, and that was horrendous. Um, mm, 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 mm. She's actually after your man. I mean, I'm just going to be right, flat, blunt about it. She feels like she has put a lot of work into the relationship with him. Um, but look at her. She like all mopey and stuff. So she feels like she did all the work to make him the man that he should be, and somebody else got him. And it's probably too true to the point that she let him know what he didn't want in a relationship. So he's a better mate for it because he knows what not to be, if that makes any sense. Because, man, she was brutal. As we got a Saturn in there, and that's limitations. And in this case, it feels very restrictive. Saturn can be a super control freak, and she wanted to control everything, and she still wants to control him. And that's really nasty energy, really nasty. And she just, yes, LOL, she did nothing, LOL. Yeah, except control. I'm really feeling control freak here. And she's just really wanting to put him off balance and screw up his life. And she says she did. She wants to make him and you, I believe, as miserable as she can. I feel like that she's going to be spreading gossip, that she's going to be doing things that piss you off at each other. She may even try to make you feel like, ooh, I got your man. Make you feel like she's with him so that you might blow up at him, but you know better. You know better. And I also feel like if she is on any of his financial statements, do a thorough check. I know he probably thinks he took her off of everything, but I would not put it past her to steal from you. Be very, very careful. If you can, get some of those little lights too that light up in front of the house. She's just nasty, and she's not going to be happy until she causes chaos. She wants to cause dissension between you. She wants to control the situation. She will steal from you. I do not trust her at all. And she says, oh my God, okay, yeah, get those little lights that come on, those motion detectors, because I feel her sneaking around your house and watching you. And that's creepy. She said, yes, 100%. And I had to get cameras because of her. Man, that's creepy. That's just, ugh, be careful. She's nasty. But the thing is, you got that super Virgo, right? You're always going to be one step ahead of her. Now, what I would highly recommend is do not let her get you. I hope that helps, Audrey. Be careful of this one. I'd call the police as soon as the bullshit starts. Okay? All right. So, that's some creepy energy right there. And Audrey said yes. Yeah, don't play her game. Don't play her game. So you guys, that was a donated reading. Thank you so much, Audrey, for your donation. She says, thanks. I am warning ASAP. Yeah. But just sometimes when people are like that, they can get us into a tizzy, and it's all we can think about. And I know every single one of you has had that situation where that one person just keeps poking at you and upsetting you and deliberately trying to make you lose your temper or your cool. And honestly, the best thing to do is walk away. And sometimes you can't. Sometimes you can't. But do whatever you can, everybody here, to keep those people from getting into your head and causing you to lose sleep or causing you to, that heart and feel that same like, nobody is worth that. Nothing is worth that. And sometimes we have to take drastic measures to keep that out of our lives. But those drastic measures are worth it if these people are taking over our whole day and all our nights. It's just do whatever it takes to get rid of them, y'all. All right. Thank you again, Audrey. So, who do we have next? Gemma. Hi, Gemma. She asks, will the man I'm dating, Adam, and I work out in the long term? Okay, I'm going to look for long term. We've gotten a lot closer lately. Let's find out, Gemma. I sure hope so, because I love it when you're here. You feel so amazing to me. It's like I feel people, and you are one of those really, really gorgeous souls that deserves a lot more than you have gotten in life. You truly do. And I feel like you are on the path to get, sorry about that. Sorry about that. I got all excited. Mid-sentence. It's like, and that was even a, ooh, look, squirrel moment, because there's a squirrel on the card. Look at this. It's the page of coins, and it is getting closer. It's still got a newness to it, and I do feel that you're a little bit afraid of it because it's one of those too good to be true things. So this page of coins, he's healing that fox. He's already healed that little squirrel on his shoulder, and it's coming to say hi. This is a person that can get past the defenses of even a wild animal and make them feel safe. He makes you feel safe for the most part, except for the fear of it's too good to be true. Now, I do see that he shows a lot of emotion, a lot of feeling, and that's something that you're just not used to. And you're like, is this for real? Just suck it up and love it, okay? Suck it up and love it. If things are moving too quickly for you, talk to him. Talk to him. He will listen. Um, I feel like you've spoken to him about it before, that things are moving too quickly. But say, hey, this is really frightening me. Let him know how you really feel. You can bear your defenses with this one. And I do see that, I love this card. Look at you getting these squirrels. You got both of my squirrel cards, girl. See, we got a connection. But this is long term, and it's not just money, even though long term value. So I would say yes. Not that it's going to be perfect, y'all. No relationship is ever perfect. It's not a relationship unless it needs work. And both parties have to do the work together, or it just won't survive. But if you ever see that perfect relationship and there's nothing bad ever said, there's a lot of underlying hatred going on there, and they're just putting on a public front, because every relationship has some issues. I think that's part of the rules. It's what makes it a true relationship. Gemma says yes, exactly that. Thank you. You're so amazing. I think you are too, honey. I really like you. But what makes it a true relationship is how we work together, how we listen to each other, and how we move forward from all the little hiccups that life throws at us. So I think if you let yourself trust him, those hiccups will be minimal, and you will be able to work with them. So, oh man, that's beautiful. I That's beautiful. All right. So, if you're just coming in, if you'd like to be on the list, excuse me, little frogs in my throat. Do me a favor and throw a question into the comments, and you will be put on the list. If you feel like you would like to get put to the head of the list, or you want to jump ahead or have a deeper reading, excuse me, that frog just took up residence. Feel free to look at the donation list to see your options there. The donations jump you to the head of the line, and you get more time. We've got a 3-minute, a 5-minute, a mega, and a mini. And if someone will cover for me, I'm so sorry, just one moment so I can get this frog out of my throat. I'd really appreciate it.
It's all right. She's taking care of that frog. It'll be all right. But guys, we got a lot of shows ahead of us coming up. Tomorrow night, we're going to be here with Destiny K. And then at 10 o'clock, we're going to be here with Journey Ryan. And then at 11 o'clock, we're going to be here with Cassidy the Card Slinger. So guys, don't forget to check those shows out. Absolutely amazing lineup. Then, of course, on Friday, we've got Journey and Friends. So guys, make sure you're tuning into that. That is a 2, possibly 3-hour. Just depends on you and how many people that you got going on. Guys, make sure when you're posting your question, it's a specific question. That way we can get the more information, the better this reading's going to be. So make sure if you're wanting a relationship question, if you're wanting a love question, a money question, a job question, whatever the question may be, please be sure to ask the question that you're looking for the answer for. And if you can, please post your sun sign. That does help the reader connect a little bit better to give them more information.
Oh, right. I am so sorry. And thank you, Journey. That wasn't no frog, it was a toad.
Oh, I'm glad you nailed it.
I think I did. I think I did. Okay, so sorry about that, y'all. I'm trying to get a little cold, but I just keep coughing them frogs up. So that was just gross. All right, so who do we have next? Sabrina. Hi, Sabrina. She says, hello, please may I ask who it is that is going to help me get a car next month? Let's take a look. Excuse me again. Ah, all right. My cards did not want to cooperate there. All right. Sabrina. Okay. Wow. I feel like right now you are really, really in the rough. You're isolated. You're feeling all alone, and you're feeling like you have no ability to get up and go. And that's not just the car. And she's a Sagittarius, and that makes me sad because the way you're feeling right now, this here is the Ace of Wands, and it's in reverse. And if this is fire energy, and all your fire's gone out, and Sagittarius is a very deeply fire sign. It feels like you're just completely down in the dumps, and you do not see any way out of the situation, and you're having a very difficult time moving forward in any part of your life. Now, with the question as it is, it feels like right now you are so depressed that you're not doing what you need to do to make those connections. It looks like there's no way that you could afford your car yourself, but you are not putting it out there in the right places. You might go to human resources or DFACS, I think it's called in a lot of states, where you can go to say, hey, I'm having this problem. That's where you might get your food stamps or your medical. And if you haven't already applied for those, it might be a good idea. That is not a weakness. It's there to help you. But let them know, and they might be able to help you. It's you're trying to do this on your own, and the people that you're trying to put it out there, they don't have the resources. So expand, expand. All right. So I hope that helps. I hope that helps. And I hope that you can find the person to help you, because you're feeling really, really trapped right now, honey. So ah, I really hate seeing a situation like that. And you guys, seriously, what I was saying about, the human resources or the DFACs, sometimes we need that extra help. And there's a lot of jokes and there's a lot of memes and a lot of things that make it look like it's a bad thing to go get. But when you really need that help, that is what it's there for. And they do appreciate helping people who really need help. That could be churches, that could be DFACs, that can be a lot of different places. Even if there's a homeless shelter nearby, if you're not homeless, they might be able to help you. Never be afraid to ask for help. There are people that live to help other people any way they can, especially people who truly need it. So I've had to ask for help myself, and it ain't pleasant, but I've seen some really amazing people because of it. They reach out. Sabrina says, spot on, lovely. I'm in a situation at the moment, single mom, trying to figure out how to move forward. Definitely can't afford one. Tried to find other support places, but haven't had much luck. Keep networking, keep getting out there. You will find the right person. It's just the people that you are asking right now truly don't have the resources. So expand that network. All right. And best of luck to you and your children. And I hope this helped. All right. So who do we have next? It's always so hard to say who do we have next after a reading like that. I feel like I'm just leaving you, Sabrina, but you're here with me, okay? So I'm so all right, we have another donation, a mega reading. Thank you. And y'all, I just got to say this before I read the question. I hope you don't mind, Blanca, but Mercury's getting that last dig in before he leaves retrograde, ain't he? He's like, oh, heck no, I can't say that, but you get the gist. So, hi, Blanca. Blanca's question is, hi, Squirrel. Can you help me see how February is going to go? Will it be filled with love or drama? And if it's drama, what's the best advice? I really like that question. How will February go? Well, I tell you right now, I hope it's filled with love, because you deserve it. Love or drama? I'm going to laugh if it says both. Not because that's funny, but just because the universe can be kind of snarky sometimes. you know? Love or drama? And if drama, oh, all right. So I do see some drama. I do see you feeling hurt, feeling and bound, and you know that feeling that you get when you feel like there's nothing you can do about a situation, that helplessness that just you want to scream. I do see some of that. I don't feel that it's legal. This is justice. But I do see you feeling like, man, this shit's unfair. And I think it's how you're being treated. Um, I'm thinking, sorry. I do feel that I don't think that this is something that's going to come out of the blue. I really do feel like it's something that's been ongoing. But in February, you're going to be like, man, I've had enough. And do your best not to explode or not to, you can show your displeasure. You can show your displeasure. It's like you're being forced into a situation that you don't want to be, bullied into a situation. I really feel that. Put your foot down. Put your foot down. He won't like it. I do feel it is a he. He won't like it, and he will throw a temper tantrum and scream and cry and make you feel like the world's worst person. But put your first foot down. He's been manipulating you. Okay? You've been being manipulated and pulling on those heartstrings. And you got to put your foot down, or you're going to be backed into a corner for something you absolutely do not want. So please, please, please stand up for yourself. And I do feel that this will be a newness to you. She said, I know who it's going to be. Okay, really, really put your foot down, because he's manipulating the hell out of your heartstrings, and he's being mean about it. But I see you as coming on with fire. Like, oh hell no. Not losing your temper. This fire is contained. That dragon ain't spitting it in her face. She said, I already know, I'm staying strong. Good. Now, I do see that this is hard for you, that it's relatively new for you. Not the standing up. Look at the look on her face. She's like, I don't think so. Right? And she's got that little dragon backing her up that will spit fire in a person's face if they come too close. So it's not that you don't know how to stand up for yourself, but it's the first time you're really going to stand up for yourself in a situation like this. Okay? So it won't be easy, but look how good you're going to be at it. And look how good you're going to look doing it. Right? So, seriously, stand that ground, or you will be backed into that corner. If you stand that ground, you'll finally get the peace that you needed. Um, he's like, he's floating on air. You'll be like, ah, finally they listened. Finally, they're not pushing me into a corner. And that will give you a chance to rest. I say that when you finally put your foot down, take some time. She said, oh my gosh, yes, love it. But I understand February always had me vulnerable. It's a hard month. Yes. Yeah, I see that. It is a hard month for you. But do me a favor. When you've put your foot down, instead of letting the drama affect you, take that time to relax, to rejuvenate, to remember the dreams that you have for going forward. I feel like you've let a lot of your dreams go, that there were things that you wanted to accomplish by now. And I don't mean take over the world. I mean, I wanted to do this. And it could be like a young bucket list. I want to do this before I'm 50. I want to go see the Taj Mahal, or I want to go see a rodeo, just there's so many things that you've wanted to do that you've allowed to fall by to the wayside because you have been wound up and pushing forward. But again, another instance of swimming upstream. Take this time when you finally say, I don't think so. This is my final word. Relax and rejuvenate. She said, yes, very true. I seem to forget who I used to be. And that happens. And it's really hard to find ourselves, because when we get hurt like this, when we have to stand up like that, she says, but I'm coming to. Our first reaction is to withdraw from the world, to withdraw from our emotions, to withdraw from what just happened. But I need you to listen here. Don't withdraw. He's not alone. He's got that horse with him. He's got that dream with him. He's got some people around him, all those swords protecting him that can help him rejuvenate. You do not have to do this alone. And your first reaction is going to be turtle. You can turtle for a hot minute, and I mean a hot minute, like a day. But then start reaching out to anybody, not anybody, but the people you trust that can help you realize the dreams. Even if that dream is to skip down the road in the park, okay? Take one of your kids and skip with them. Watch the expression on their faces, right? They'll be like, "What, mom?" That will help you find who you used to be. Little things like that. All right. And then I've got the Five of Wands in reverse. And you've been in this, you've been bound. This situation has bound you terribly, where you're being backed into a corner. It's like you have been battered in the upright position. Oops, in the upright position. Like you're being punched and pulled apart and really made to feel like the bad guy. But she says that sounds fun, like skip to step, LOL. Do it. Do it. Do it with one of your kids or all of your kids. They will, you all will be laughing. But it feels like you've been so bound and you've been being pummeled and like constantly pummeled. And this is you saying, you taking those little strings at the bottom and going bloop and letting all that abuse you're taking just fall to the wayside. I ain't taking it no more. Both fire cards, both fire cards, stop attacking me. But you have to stand firm. And then, like I said, you can retreat for maybe a day, for a minute. Let the people who love you know you're retreating so they don't get scared. But then reach out to them, including your kids, and do things that are ridiculous or spontaneous. Spontaneity will bring back who you were faster than anything else will. So there is some drama, but you've got it. Now, I really want to throw a couple of more cards. I don't see love in a romantic way. Um, I don't see that for February. Um, let's see if we can see any kind of other. Oh wow. Aw, this is a hard one. And I'm so sorry. This is a hard one. She says, "That's an awesome message. I got it. Definitely gonna handle it." February is a month of pain. This is one of the most painful cards in the deck. All those glasses broken. And there are other glasses, but they're hidden from her. Do you see that? There's one in the shutter. There's one on the bench beside her. There's even a giant one in the window. But she's so cloaked in her grief that it's very difficult for her, for you, to see the other cups. And when February comes around, and I don't think it's just February, I think it's like a few months consecutively, you shut down. You completely shut down. I'm not listening. I'm not looking. I don't want to feel this. But the way you're shutting down is keeping you from grieving, keeping you from releasing it, keeping you from moving forward. Um, it's very harmful to you because not only are you shutting everything you're feeling out, you truly are. Look at how she's got those swords crossed. It's like, don't you come near me because I will cut you. Okay? So it is a very difficult time for you. However, it does not have to be that difficult. Even in that last spread, letting those other people in, the people who can help you realize those dreams. Do me a favor. She said, yes, 3 months, but I really do want to shut down. I'm trying. God help me. I'm trying not to. But it's so hard not to shut down when you shut everybody out. So if you take those moments to be spontaneous, and it doesn't have to be every moment, but any moments, this thing that you have not done leading up to now, let those swords down. Let somebody skip with you. Let somebody shoot water guns at you. Let somebody make stupid jokes with you that you're like, oh my God, that was so stupid. I want to just roll my eyes up and go, you idiot. Because honestly, when somebody's making a stupid joke and somebody rolls their eyes, they did their job. So do that with them. Play, play. You don't have to pretend to be happy, but if you let a little spontaneity in, it will bring you happiness, okay? And you will find, look at this, you will find who you used to be and more. This is the world card. And in this particular world card, the Fool is in it. It's like he was the prodigal son. He went out on his adventure, and his adventure was hard and heartbreaking and joyful and wonderful and terrifying and all of those things. But he's finally coming home to who he can be. So if you are able to let people in, she said, beautiful. Thank you so much, Squirrel. You're welcome, Blanca. I hope you're hearing this. If you're able to let people in, it won't be by the month of February that you find this amazing, beautiful piece of yourself, but it will be a hell of a start. And it will hurt, and it will feel amazing, and it will make you grow exponentially. And you need this. So take that for yourself and give it as a gift to the people who love you. I hope that helps. I love you, Blanca. Mwah. I really hope that helps. So some beautiful cards and some heartbreaking cards there. So that's what I have for you. I that beauty that I can see within you, and every time you turtle, you hide it from the world. And I can hear you going, shut up, squirrel. Every time you hide it from the world, you hurt somebody. And it may not be somebody one on one, but it's somebody in the world that needed to see that beauty. And you hurt yourself most of all. So it's okay to turtle for a little bit, but let the people who love you know, and then come back and say, let's go do something stupid. Okay? Okay. All right. I'm going to let you go now. I love you. Love you. And that, everybody, is the mega reading is not time. And she could ask follow-up questions. And the mega readings give you quite a bit. So thank you, Blanca, for like Crystal says, trusting me with that question, because that is a big deal, and donating and letting everybody see. That's a beautiful thing. All right, so we got, I don't know how much time we have left, readings wise. I know we have at least time enough for one more reading, so let's pick that next reading. Stacy C. Hi, Stacy. Stacy asks, will the intended parents C had dinner with today choose me? Oh, will the intended parents I had dinner with today choose me? Will all the tests and qualifications be successful? And will I be pregnant with their baby? Will it be this month? Surrogate. Um, as far as the tests and the qualifications and the pregnancy, that is a medical question. So I cannot, I'm legally bound not to answer that part of the question, but I would love to look at if they will choose you, what kind of impression you made with them at the dinner, if that's okay. Um, let's see. I'll go ahead and start shuffling, and you let me know if that's okay. But the rest of it is truly legal or medical, and I'm on the show. I can't do that. It's like, not at all. So, what did they think of you? Wow. Okay. Right off the bat, I got the Wheel of Fortune upright. And that is a really good card. It's a lucky card. I feel that you were at your best and that you showed them all the things about you that they could trust and see, and luck was on your side. I do feel that you went in with a lot of anxiety, and I feel that they came in with a lot of anxiety. This is a big deal. This is life making and changing. So I think there was a lot of anxiety on either side, but you showed a strength and a gentleness. And Stacy says, you showed a strength and a gentleness and a beauty to them that they hadn't seen anywhere else. And if you can see, this woman has her hand above the tiger's head, and there is a connection of light between them. They really. So I'm seeing, she says, I hide it, LOL. Yeah, yeah, you showed strength. I do feel that they really, really liked you. And from what I saw, I think that they would truly, if you are not chosen, which I can't see you not being chosen with those cards, I do feel that you really, really impressed them and they made a connection to you. And I think you felt that connection. So I hope that helps. All right. Everybody remember, no medical or legal or general. And sometimes we get caught up in it wanting to know an answer. So we have all asked the questions, but I hate having to tell you I can't answer something. But do we have time for one more question, or was that the last? Okay, we got Jennifer P. Jennifer asks, can you please tell me what month you see me buying a new house this year, please? All right, Jennifer. That's easy. That's just time info. Let me see. And let's see if it's this year first to make sure it's this year. Leo sun, Libra moon, Sagittarius rising. Oh, we are close to astrological twins, Jennifer. So let's see. Oh, wow. All right. Actually, I'm seeing that you've been looking and you either haven't found the house that you were looking for, that perfect match. You really want that perfect match and you're having a hard time finding it. I think maybe you found it like the house, but it was out of your range. And I feel like you really want to own your home, that you're ready for that traditional we are here. Now what I'm seeing is early spring. This is the spring card. If ever there was a spring card, early spring, you're going to find the house that is the match of your, oh my God, I love this house, and the finances. So as soon as you feel that, as soon as you know that, start acting, because you're not the only one that's going to get that. Oh my God, this is it. This is it. This is it. Don't even leave the place without making an offer, because it's going to be in early spring or before spring is over. That's a 3 month span. So I'd say between late March to early June. And I hope that helps. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for being here and spending an entire hour with me. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And Jennifer said, yes, I have one I have fallen in love with. Oh, yeah, yeah. If it's in that price range, act, 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 even if it's a little early right now. But you guys, thank you so much for being here. Be kind to each other and be kind to yourselves. We always forget that. I forget that a lot too, so I get it. But I try to remind myself. And Jennifer says thank you. All right, you guys, good night. I love each and every one of you. And we will see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern with Destiny K to start off a really good show, like a full night. You'll have Destiny K at 7, you'll have Journey at 10, and then you will have Cassidy the Card Slinger at 11, and then Journey Ryan live. Our Journey Ryan and Friends will be Friday night. And then we start over again on Monday with Journey Ryan live at 10 p.m. Always got the great psychics for you, always got the good shows. And we love you guys. Mwah! Good night.